I'm Mrs. Cucuzzi, and I'm going to show you step 1 of the rose window project. The first thing you're going to want to do is find a circular piece of paper. A coffee filter, if you have a circular coffee filter, works really well. If you're in class, I've got the already cut out circles for you to work with. And what you want is a thin material. You can see that this is a little bit translucent, so you want a paper that you can sort of see through. Even computer paper works well. Now, if you don't have a circular piece of paper already, all you need to do, whether it's tracing paper or computer paper, is just put a plate or a bowl on top. You want one that doesn't quite go to the edges but still takes up most of the space. And then you can cut out your circle and you're ready to work. Okay, so that's the first step, is to prepare your circle. The second is to fold your circle. So I'm folding my circle in half. You want this to be in quarters for your radial design, because this is going to have radial symmetry. And then I am going to fold it again. So I've got my quarters. Okay. Once you have your quarters, you want to take whatever color you're using. You don't want to use the black Sharpie for this. You want to use a color. And what you want to do at that point is keep it folded in quarters. And you want to draw your design on 1/4 of the piece. I'm going to turn the brightness down a little bit so you can see my design a little better. I know it's a little dark, but yeah, okay. So now I've got my design on 1/4. Full disclaimer, I did that before I was videotaping. I'm not that fast, okay? And now the next step is to take the fact that the paper is transparent and let it work for you. So instead of having to draw my design 4 times, all I have to do now is trace it. So I can flip it over and I can use the same marker. And I want to take my time and go through and trace it through. Now I can't always see it perfectly, and in that case I can hold it up to the light to see exactly where I need to draw. And this is pretty general, so if it's not perfect, you're okay. Okay? Now I have everything in my design right now is just shapes. I don't have any like pictures or letters. I thought about doing flowers, I thought about doing an eye. I thought some Chinese characters would be cool. Okay, if you want symbols or designs, you can have them. You don't want to make it too realistic. And you also want to have some shapes that are pretty wide that you can color between. Okay, so I've got 2 more sections here. And then if you open it up and you need to add something, you can always do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so at this point, I have half of my design done. Okay, and now I'm just going to fold it in half and do the last 2 quarters, so I'll be ready for the next step. Okay, because what we want is we want a silver design over the whole thing. And next step, what we're going to do is we're going to add those black lines in around it. So you just want to make sure that you are getting your design on all 4 sides. So here's another example as well. Okay, so go ahead and start working on that first step. And if you finish, you can move on to step 2.